Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today I'm going to continue reading from Bhagavad-Gita As It Is by Srila Prabhupada. Okay, translated by Srila Prabhupada. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness. International Society of Krishna Consciousness. I tried to create my own spiritual society once. It was the Universal Society of Gauranga Consciousness, but you know, that didn't go so far. It was a good attempt, though. It was a good endeavor. But you know, it's not easy to maintain a whole create your own society. It's not so easy. Okay, let's read from Bhagavad Gita As It Is. Nothing could be manifested without being controlled. It is childish not to consider the controller. For instance, a child may think that an automobile is quite wonderful to be able to run without a horse or other animal pulling it, but a sane man knows the nature of the automobile's engineering arrangement. He always knows that behind the machinery there is a man, a driver. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is a driver under whose direction everything is working. Now the jivas, or the living entities, have been accepted by the Lord, as we will note in the later chapters, as his part and parcels. We are part and parcel of God. We are part and parcel of the Lord. A particle of gold is also gold. A drop of water from the ocean is also salty. And similarly, we the living entities, being part and parcel of the Supreme Controller, Ishvara, or Bhagavan, Lord Sri Krishna, have all the qualities of the Supreme Lord in minute quantity, because we are minute Ishvaras, subordinate Ishvaras. We are trying to control nature, as presently we are trying to control space or planets. Yeah, people are trying to control space and planets. Look at Elon Musk, right? He's trying to go out in space and control space and do all that space stuff, but you can't. Okay. And this tendency to control is there because it is in Krishna. So the tendency, like every tendency that we have, is in God. Okay, but some of it's like perverted reflections. But because God is a supreme controller, okay, he controls the universe. We also have this tendency to want to control things. Okay, but we shouldn't do that because it's not a good thing. Don't be a control freak. I don't like control freaks, right? That's part of the reason why I left the Hare Krishna movement. It's kind of the reason why I left being in the Hare Krishna movement, because I don't like being controlled by people. I don't like being bossed around. I don't care who it is. Okay, but although we have the tendency to lord it over material nature, we should know that we are not the supreme controller. You are not the supreme controller. Okay. Some people think they're like the supreme controller on this. They walk around thinking they're in control because maybe they have some money, maybe they have some power. So they think they're like God. Okay. But that's illusion. And death will come and destroy these people. So they're not in control. If you were in control, you wouldn't have to die. But the fact that you have to die means you're not in control. Sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. This is explained in Bhagavad-Gita. What is material nature? This is also explained in Gita as inferior prakriti, inferior nature. The living entity is explained as the superior prakriti. Prakriti is always under control. Whether inferior or superior, you are always under control. You are controlled by birth, death, old age, and disease. You are not in control whatsoever. Okay. Prakriti is always under control, whether inferior or superior. Prakriti is female, and she is controlled by the Lord. So that means we're all female. Since Prakriti is female, technically, we're all female. We're not really, like, you might have a man's body this life, but next life you have a woman's body. But since Prakriti is considered female, there's only one supreme controller. There's only one male. So technically, we're all female. Okay. So Prakriti is female, and she is controlled by the Lord, just as the activities of a wife are controlled by the husband. Yeah, generally, right? But I don't know. Sometimes the wife controls the husband, right? That's why I'm not married. I don't like to be controlled. No thanks. Okay. Prakriti is always subordinate, predominated by the Lord, who is the predominator. The living entities and the material nature are both predominated, controlled by the Supreme Lord. According to the Gita, the living entities, although part and parcels of the Supreme Lord, are to be considered Prakriti. This is clearly mentioned in the 7th chapter, 5th verse of Bhagavad Gita. Aparyayam itas chwanyam. This is Prakriti. This Prakriti is my lower nature. Prakritim vidi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam daryate jagat. And beyond this, there is another Prakriti, jiva bhutam, the living entity. Prakriti itself is constituted by 3 qualities, the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. Above these modes, there is eternal time, and by a combination of these modes of nature and under the control and purview of eternal time, there are activities which are called karma. These activities are being carried out from time immemorial, and we are suffering or enjoying the fruits of our activities. For instance, suppose I'm a businessman and I have worked very hard with intelligence and have amassed a great bank balance. Then I am an enjoyer. I'm also a businessman. I'm also trying to amass a great bank balance. Krishna, if you want to help with that, that'd be nice. Then I am the enjoyer. But then say I have lost all my money in business. Then I am a sufferer. Yeah, I've experienced this gain and loss. Similarly, in every field of life, we enjoy the results of our work. We suffer the results. This is called karma. Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, Jiva, the living entity, Prakriti, nature, and eternal time and karma activity are all explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Out of these 5, the Lord, the living entities, material nature, and time are eternal. The manifestation of Prakriti may be temporary, but is not false. Some philosophers say that the manifestation of material nature is false, but according to the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, or according to the philosophy of the Vaishnavas, this is not so. The manifestation of this world is not accepted as false. It is accepted as real, but temporary. Okay, it's real, but it's temporary. Okay, it is likened unto a cloud which moves across the sky, or the coming of the rainy season which nourishes grains. As soon as the rainy season is over, and as soon as the cloud goes away, all the crops which were nourished by the rain dry up. Similarly, this material manifestation takes place at a certain interval, stays for a while, and then disappears. People don't realize this, what's going on behind in the universe. People don't realize this stuff. We don't, I mean, it's crazy. We're floating around on a planet in the universe, and people are just like, they're not even like, they're totally oblivious. Because when you start thinking about this stuff, it's just like, it's hard to like understand. And then you're like, whoa, what's going on? What is going on here? So people don't want to deal with that. They don't want to think about that. They just want to go to work and watch TV and stuff. As soon as, similarly, the material manifestation takes place at a certain interval, stays for a while, and then disappears. Such are the workings of Prakriti, but this cycle is eternal, is working eternally. Therefore, Prakriti is eternal. It is not false. The Lord refers to this as my Prakriti. This material nature is the separated energy of the Supreme Lord. And similarly, the living entities are also the energy of the Supreme Lord, but they are not separated. Everything is energy. Everything is the energy of the Lord. Okay. They are eternally related. So the Lord, the living entity, material nature, and time are all interrelated and are all eternal. However, the other item, karma, is not eternal. The effects of karma may be very old indeed. We are suffering or enjoying the results of our activities from time immemorial. See, everything like happiness and distress, whatever happiness or joy you experience, it's just karma. It's just based on your previous activities. We are suffering or enjoying the results of our activities from time immemorial, but we can change the results of our karma or our activity, and this change depends on the perfection of our knowledge. We are engaged in various activities. Undoubtedly, we do not know what sort of activities we should adopt to gain relief from the actions and reactions of all these activities, but this is also explained in Bhagavad-Gita. The position of Ishvara is that of the supreme consciousness. The jivas, or the living entities, being parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord, are also conscious. Both the living entity and material nature are explained as prakriti, the energy of the Supreme Lord. But one of the two, the jivas, is conscious. The prakriti is not conscious. That is the difference. Like the material nature, like a table, it's not conscious. But, the jiva, me, you, we're conscious. Excuse me. That is a difference. Therefore, the jiva prakriti is called superior because the jiva has consciousness, which is similar to the Lord's. The Lord is supreme consciousness, however, and one should not claim that the jiva, the living entity, is also supremely conscious. The living being cannot be supremely conscious at any stage of his perfection, and the theory that he can be so is a misleading theory. Conscious he may be, like Yoda. Sounds like Yoda. Conscious he may be, but he is not perfectly or supremely conscious. Okay, you have a little bit of consciousness, but you're not supremely conscious. Like you don't know everything that's going on in the world. Like God, okay, the Lord, Krishna, which is, God means all attractive. Okay, supremely conscious. Krishna, God, knows everything that's going on in every corner of the globe. Okay, he knows what's going on in your thoughts. He knows everything. Okay, that's the difference. You're only conscious of like yourself and your surroundings. Difference. Okay, like I'm not conscious of your thoughts. You're not conscious of my thoughts. But God, Krishna, he's conscious of everybody's thoughts. Okay, that's the difference. All right, I'm done. I'm trying to keep it short. It's like, 10, 15 minutes. Just a little punch of spiritual nectar for y'all jivas, y'all spirit souls. We're all family here. We're all connected to the source, which is God. We're all family, whether you like it or not, whether you like me or not, whether I like you or not. We're all connected to the source, man. What are we gonna chant? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Jaya Sri Vrindavan Dham, Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Nittai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nittai Gaura Hari Bo. Nittai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, go on Harinam Sankirtan, go out on the streets and chant Hare Krishna and dance. You can do it. All right, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.